Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to sew your sample stitches, alright? First things first, I want you to get your fabric at your 5/8 mark. 5/8. And it says 5/8 right here where that line is too. Okay? Your needle is going to come down pretty close to the edge of your fabric. That's where you're going to start. You are going to stitch a regular stitch. You're going to start by going forward about 4 or 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to press down on your reverse button, and you're going to hold it down and go back the same number of stitches that you went forward. So I went forward 4, so I'm going to go backward 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to go forward until I get to the edge of my fabric. Notice how I'm going nice and slow, making sure that I stay at the 5/8 line the whole way through. Then once you get close to the edge, you will again hit your reverse button, hold it down, stitch back about 3 to 4 stitches, and then come forward again until you're at the edge of your fabric. You'll then use your presser foot lever, remove it, and this is what it should look like when you're done. The next stitch that you are going to be doing is going to be a stitch that is done essentially just like this. Only difference is your stitch length is going to grow. So up here you're going to push the plus button, and when you press it, it's going to come up with W 3.5 space L 2.2. The L is what we want to change. We want to leave the width where it's at. We want to leave it at 3.5. The length you are going to increase till it is 3.0. You will then come back down here, set it up so the exact same way with your fabric lining up at the 5/8 line, and the edge of your fabric is a little bit closer to where the needle is. I think I forgot to mention, you should also try and remember to hold down your thread when you first start out. So I'm going to go forward 4. If you go forward more or less, that's not a huge deal. As long as it's within 1, you'll reverse to the edge of your stitches, and then go forward, making sure that you stay at the 5/8 point. And once you get to the end, you'll reverse again and go forward. Alright, you'll take it out, cut your thread, and you will do the exact same thing on these 2 edges, only with your stitch length at L 5.0 or L 4.0 and then L 5.0. Once you've finished with that, you will then line up your fabric with the 1/4 line, which is right here. And this time you will not backstitch, and you're going to want to reset your machine to the original stitch length. And the easiest way to do that is to just turn the machine off and back on. You are then going to come over to your stitch pattern control, and hit your zigzag button. And it should show a 07 and a zigzag outline on your screen. You're then going to go forward until you get to the edge, making sure you stay at about 1/4 of an inch in. And I'm going to use my hand wheel to get myself close to the edge. I'm going to leave my needle in when it's time for me to switch directions. And you see how I'm over further than 1/4 of an inch at the corners? It's going to be okay if you're going to be stitching at a little bit of an angle. And you're going to go forward till you're good. At the end here, you'll put your needle in again, right there, leave it right where it's at, pick up your presser foot, and do the same thing for the other 2 edges to finish off your seams. This will be expected of you for every project that you do, to finish your edge either by doing a zigzag stitch or by using your pinking shears.